Hey, brother teacher here. Come over here. Talk to me. Are you your own person or is someone else pulling your strings? Are you independent or are you dependent? All of us human beings on some level have to depend on someone else to help us along the way in this thing we call life. If you want to travel, for example, in your automobile, you depend on someone to have fuel available for you that you can purchase so that you can put it in your automobile or your vehicle and you can travel. If you want to eat, you depend and or rely upon someone else to have a facility, namely a grocery store or shopping center or mall that you can go to and purchase food so that you can feed both yourself and your families. If you need clothing, you depend on someone who is a manufacturer of clothing that has an outlet and or store shopping center that you can also go to or frequent where you can go and purchase clothing so that you can put on your body, and the list goes on. So from that standpoint, those standpoints, we are dependent. But what standpoint are you independent? By what means are you not dependent upon someone else? You know, it's a beautiful feeling to be able to have your own business, to be an entrepreneur, for example, and to be able to put your key in your own door, pay your own bills, be responsible for yourself and your time and so forth, and make the type or kind of money that you want to make. But are you in that position right now? Or are you working the hustle and bustle, the 9 to 5 job where you have to be at the job when your boss, if you will, says that you have to be there, and you have to leave sometimes when they say you have to leave, or even stay over sometimes and do overtime, whether you be salary or a wage earner per se. And the possibility is always there for them to say, you know, things are slow, we have to cut your hours, or we have to lay you off, or we even have to fire you. Not so independent, is it? Entrepreneurs don't have that problem, and most entrepreneurs won't fire themselves because it's something that they have built. They created their business, whatever their particular niche, they created that, and they are devoted. They have taken a risk to make sure that they survive and their brand survives by any means necessary. So as I say, that's a beautiful thing to be an entrepreneur and to be able to call your own shots and to say, I going to work these set hours and that's it. Or you can change your hours at will. You can hire as many people as you want or that you are capable of hiring even anytime you desire when you are an entrepreneur. The sky is the limit, really. So how independent are you versus dependent? We buy food from grocery stores that other people have farmed, packaged, and transported to that place for you to go and purchase as a consumer. Have you ever thought about growing your own food? That's a hard thing to wrap your brain around, isn't it? Have you ever thought about opening your own gas station? Maybe that's even more difficult to think about. But what I'm getting at, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that I believe, as many other individuals do believe, is that you can do whatever it is that you want to do on this earth. Lawfully, of course. Anything that you want to do and not be restrained. You are as limited as you think you are. You are only as limited as you think you are. So do you think you're limited today? There's a man that owns the gasoline company. Why can't it be you? There's someone who owns ships, transportation systems, airlines. Why can't it be you? There are people who own chains of grocery stores and restaurants. Why can't it be you? They're human beings just like you are. So once again, how independent are you versus dependent? Have you ever considered What if any of these outlets, any of these shopping centers and these malls and grocery stores and these gasoline shops, as it were, what if they were closed down? What do you have that you control yourself? Do you control anything? What percentage? Let's take the circle. Draw a circle on a piece of paper or chalkboard that represents 100% or a whole. Cut it out and say, what percentage of this do I control out of this 100% of my life? Is it 5%? 10%? Whatever you come up with, ask yourself when you're done, what percentage can I actually, realistically control? This is Brother Teacher. Think on these things. If you have any questions, down below. So long.